Hey, what's going on, Solfege Class 1? This is Jeff here, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about all the technology, internet websites, apps, whatever you want to call it, that we were looking at last week, and which ones, for me, I thought were the most helpful. I'm going to list 4 different websites and another exercise on a website, and these are all websites that I found really helpful. Especially when I was looking it up. These are the ones that stuck with me. They were laid out really nice and really straight to the point, and had a lot of different kinds of exercises. Keep in mind that all of these websites really do have the same type of material that you can cover, but the way that they explain it, they're different kind of for each of them. The first one is a website called musictheory.net, and this one I found really helpful because it bases a lot of its stuff off of a piano. So it'll actually show you a piano keyboard, and it'll highlight the keys in red that are being played. And the one exercise that I did was chord identification. So it would play a chord on the piano. It'll highlight the keys that are red, so you can even see it. You don't have to hear it, but you should be able to tell by hearing it. But it'll play all the keys, and you tell them if it's a major, a minor, augmented, diminished, dominant seventh, major seventh, minor seventh, diminished seventh, half diminished seventh, all of those triads. You would pick your answer, and it'll tell you if you got it right. And it's also kind of cool because it gives you, it doesn't only give you one attempt, so you can keep retrying, and it's not like you have to get it right the first time, even though that's probably a good thing. But yeah, so I thought that one was a really good website because it had everything laid out with a keyboard. Next website that we should all know is called Thyria.com. This has a lot of really good exercises. The way that they're all organized too is pretty cool. It has everything in a column going down. You just pick which one. It has subgroups of those kinds. The one that I thought was really cool, the way they did it, was rhythmic dictation. What they did was actually play a sound clip, and they'd give you the meter, like they put the meter down there so you know how to count it. And then they'd give you a time to put it in, and how you do that is they'd give you some blocks on the top with a whole note, a half note, quarter, eighth, 16th, a dot for a dotted note, and rests. And you'd listen to the sound clip, and then you'd press which note corresponds with like the beats and stuff. And then you say, check my answer, and if you don't know what it is, there's a tell me button where you can click that, and it'll actually show you what it is. So it's kind of like cheating, but so that's a really cool one too. I really like that. And then the next one was kind of interesting. This is from, it's hard to pronounce, Dolmetsch.com. It's spelled DOLMETSCH.com, and this one is, I'd say, a more sophisticated website. There's not as much visual learning than there is just written, like telling you how to do stuff. But I thought it was really cool because it's kind of taking scales and everything right out of the book that we had for language and music, Sound of Symbol. It's taking a lot of the scales, like how they're laid out and everything, and it tells you to draw the major scales of A, C sharp, E flat, G, A sharp, and B on a staff with key signature. And it's cool because it kind of gets into scales that aren't just the typical ones. So like A sharp, like it's going into scales like that. And then you put all the notes in, you click the lines on the staff, and it'll show some staffs and stuff, and it'll tell you if you got it right. And so that's a good one, just to brush up on your scales. There are other exercises though. It's not only scales and stuff, but I thought the scales one was pretty cool off that website. The next one is from 8notes.com, and that's how you spell it, is actually the number 8 and then NOTES.com. They have some good exercises there, and the one that I thought was really cool was the triad inversion. So you just pretty much press the play button at the bottom and it'll play it for you, and then you answer it. And it's a good one for triads because it makes you listen. And I know a lot of people have trouble with that, just like me, the inversions and stuff. So that was a really good one too. So you guys should definitely look that one up. And the last one was kind of one that was kind of like really different from the other ones in a sense that it was paragraphs of words and a lot of words and letters all over the place. It wasn't that much of an activity as it was a reading, but it tells you some really good stuff on how you should be practicing and how you should be learning stuff. And I think this one is more of a teaching your mind how to comprehend a lot of stuff rather than like looking at a piano and saying, oh, this is an inverted seventh chord, like blah, blah, blah. But this one's called musicgoals.com. So musicgoals.com. And I thought that one was a really good website just to get your mind straight, and it helps you out with kind of the basic things too of theory if you're forgetting something or having a weird day. But yeah, so again, musictheory.net, Teoria.com, which all of you know, that's spelled Teoria.com. Dolmetsch.com, I already said how to spell that. 8notes.com, and then musicgoals.com. And those 5 websites are really good for theory stuff. So I hope you guys learned something from this, and yeah.